Okay, so this is part 2 about the locked room. You want to do something and you just haven't been able to do it. All sorts of excuses come up, and it doesn't matter whether it's fear. It doesn't matter why you haven't done it. It doesn't matter that time has passed and all the things that you could have done and you haven't done, forget that, because that is just keeping you in the past. So we know that we need to be present right here, right now. Right now is where your power is. This is where the action takes place. And to feel really good is to become current here, to just be present. So you kind of stand and feel here and feel the completeness, the greatness, the illimitable you. Because you are in everything. The greater part of you is in every atom in this world. And that is how we draw to us what we want. Because the greater part of us is everything, then where you put your attention is going to drive it to you. It's a bit like if I hold out my hand over here, all I do is, all I just got to think is hand to my heart. And my hand just comes to me. If it were that easy for all the things that you want, life would be pretty boring, wouldn't it? So you will have seen that there are some things that you do that you just think vaguely of it and it comes, because there's no resistance there. There's nothing in the way. There's nothing saying it's not possible. So where you put your attention, energy is going to go to that point and it's going to grow. It's going to become more. If you are spending all your time feeling fearful, then what's going to grow? Because that's where your attention is. So the analogy of the locked room, you've got something you really want. You really want to do it. So you imagine that you're in a locked room and you can't see any way out. There are no doors and no windows. Floor, ceiling, and the only way out is to do the thing that you want to do, weirdly. And so you're standing there, and for some you go, okay, I'm going to do it. And you just find your space and you get into the place and you do step 1 of the thing you need to do. And then a door unlocks and opens, and then you go through that door, and that will take you into the next room, the next step of what you want that's going to take you to what you want to do. Now, you might be somebody who is standing in this room without windows or doors, still not taking the steps that you need to take within you. What do you do then? You're in an empty room. The only way out is to do the thing that you want, and you're held back by fear, or more likely perhaps you don't know what to do. So you ask yourself, all right, if I did know what to do, what would that thing be? And the answer will come. Now, watch out, because part of you, the mind, is going to jump in and say, maybe not. What if you're wrong? What would people think of you? Whatever that thing is, just know it's the mind and push it aside or bat it away like it's a little fly. And say, okay, if I did know what I want, well, I know what I want, but what do I need to do next? And you imagine that step and just take that, trusting that when you've taken that step, you will know the next step afterwards. So you just get in to feeling, if I did know how it felt to be that way, then I will just do it. I will feel it and I will do it. And then you get into the next room. In the next room, same thing might happen, because it's a habit of thought. The mind is like an elastic band. You stretch it and it will snap back into its usual way of thinking. So So you keep stretching it and it'll snap back. But the more you stretch it, the bigger that expanse becomes for the elastic band. And so your ability of thinking differently gets bigger. You're in the next room, same thing. If I did know what to do, what would I do next? And just do it. Because if it goes wrong, you know how to manage it, because you're going to use the same process over and over again. And the more decisions you make, the better you get at them. The greater your ability is to move into the unknown, the more experience you have at changing how you feel, and it gets easier. So change how you feel. Do something different. Get up at a different time of day. Drink out of a different cup. Eat different food. But choose to like it. Maybe something's put in front of you that you don't like. Just eat it as you are noticing that you are eating it. Feel the sensation of it. Choose to think something differently about it. And now you're coming out of the personality mind. Now you're just going to choose to be something greater. The inner being that is you, you just sink back into it. And now life will start to be different for you. Love it, because life loves you.